January 1961. The United States and the Soviet Union are locked in a tense, high-alert standoff, with both sides anticipating a sudden strike at any moment. To maintain a constant state of readiness, the American military relied on continuous airborne patrols. Aircraft like this B-52 bomber were kept in the sky 24 hours a day, flying endless loops directly over domestic airspace. On one particular winter flight, the payload bay of this aircraft held two massive weapons, a pair of 4-megaton nuclear bombs. This map-based area chart shows the true scale of a 4-megaton explosion. To put that number in perspective, a single 4-megaton blast is hundreds of times more powerful than the atomic weapons used in World War II. If detonated, the blast radius would create a zone of permanent erasure across a huge portion of the American landscape. On January 24, 1961, that devastating power was unleashed over rural North Carolina, triggered by a mechanical failure during a routine flight. The highest risks of the Cold War often came from the sheer danger of keeping these weapons in the air. A single catastrophic internal failure could trigger the apocalypse. The bomber was flying a standard, routine route over the quiet, populated farmland of North Carolina. Without warning, a technical malfunction severed the quiet night. A structural weakness in the wing caused the aircraft to violently tear apart midair. The immense B-52 immediately lost its aerodynamics, disintegrating into thousands of pieces of tumbling metal as it plummeted rapidly toward the ground. Under the extreme physical stress of the tumbling wreckage, the payload bay doors gave way. Both 4-megaton nuclear bombs were ripped loose from their restraints. The ultimate weapons of mass destruction, built to obliterate entire foreign cities, were now in an uncontrolled freefall directly toward American soil. This cross-section schematic highlights the internal sequence of the weapon. These nuclear bombs are designed to interpret the physics of a freefall drop as a command to arm themselves, moving through a precise chain of 4 fail-safe gates. But the massive G-forces from the disintegration of the bomber acted as a physical trigger. The sheer trauma of the mid-air breakup shattered the first safety mechanism. As the bomb plummeted, its internal altimeter, a device that measures altitude, sensed the rapid descent. Misinterpreting the accident as a deliberate combat drop, the automated systems kicked in and successive gates unlocked. 10,000 feet, 5,000 feet. The weapon accelerated toward the dirt at terminal velocity, with seconds remaining until impact. If the final switch in that sequence engaged, the electrical firing circuit would close, priming the weapon for a full 4-megaton detonation on impact. The United States had built an elaborate billion-dollar defense infrastructure to protect itself. In that moment, national survival was reduced to the reliability of a few tiny internal metal pins. The weapon slammed into the earth. The dirt settled. The skies remained clear. The 4-megaton blast never happened. Military teams rushed to the crash zone, navigating the scattered debris of the B-52 to secure the unexploded ordnance. When engineers finally cracked open the casing of the first bomb, they made a terrifying discovery. The weapon's internal systems had fully completed the arming sequence. This diagram of the final electrical circuit shows exactly what stood between North Carolina and total destruction. Out of all the complex interlocks, just one simple, low-tech physical switch remained open, successfully halting the firing charge. That tiny, fragile piece of metal was the only barrier preventing a fireball from erasing a massive segment of the East Coast. To explore the extensive military cover-up that followed and read the declassified investigation files, you can check out the archival articles from BBC News and History.com covering the 1961 incident. The Goldsboro crash remains America's most bizarre and dangerous nuclear near-miss. It is a chilling reminder that the line between everyday life and total annihilation once came down to pure, unalterated luck.